Execution or implementation, doing things or getting things done, that is a huge topic somehow, and people think it is some sort of rocket science. I personally do not understand why it is so. In fact, a famous management guru, Ram Charan, even wrote a book on the subject called Execution. And somehow people think it's hugely complicated and some sort of rocket science and all that. And everybody talks of implementing, executing, the importance of execution. Nothing is important. This is the most important thing. Whether in politics or in business, they all always talk of implementation and execution as if it is something hugely complicated. Political will to implement things and whatever it is. I personally don't get what the deal is all about. Why it is such a big deal? Because I think it should be so simple. Execution cannot be rocket science. If a decision has been made, you have decided what to do, then you just do it. Nike, the slogan of Nike, just do it. What else is there? You work out the nitty gritty, you work out the plan of action, you note it down so that you don't forget it. Forgetting is a sin, not a crime, but a sin for an executive. So you note it down, you just follow it, and you are not done till it is done. You wrote things down, you jot things down, you have a checklist of things to be done one after the other. If you got 10 steps to be followed or 10 things to be done, you do one thing after the other, and you are not at peace till the 10th thing is done. That's it, simple. It's about being single minded, being focused, having persistency, having perseverance, not giving up till it is done, not forgetting things, sticking to it, stick to itiveness, persistency, perseverance, and some sort of the way bloodhounds behave. They don't give up. Once they get the scent of blood or whiff of blood, they just don't give up. You have to be like a heat-seeking missile. It just keeps on following the plane till it shoots it down. You should not be at peace until the job is done. It's not done till it's not done. So maybe it takes some sort of a mentality or a mindset or some sort of personality trait or characteristic. But I find it pretty simple. It's not complicated to execute things or implement things. So why is it so complicated? I don't understand. Is it that people decide and then they have second thoughts about it? Is it that there is a lot of energy that goes into decision making, so people are all tired once they have decided, so there is no energy left to execute things? Is it that the decision making process is very glamorous, intellectually exciting, and actually following through on the decision is not so glamorous, not so exciting, not so stimulating, boring? Your motivation level, your desire, your energy drops once you've decided. You think decision is the big thing and follow through is just nitty gritty stuff, just nitty gritty. So it is boring, maybe not motivating enough, not intellectually stimulating enough. Is it that? But then we all know that you are still in the realm of the theoretical unless you implement things. And if you don't implement the decision, then nothing is achieved. It's zero. There is no value to your decision. It's completely useless. So unless you implement or follow through, the whole point, there is no point to the exercise of decision making and all this strength and energy that you spent, all the energy that you spent on making the decision or arriving at a decision. So is it that now you are scared that so far it is theoretical, now you actually do it, press the button, and you don't know because then it becomes from theoretical to real. It's going to get real, and real is scary because you don't know what the results are going to be. You are afraid of the outcome of the result. You haven't done anything, so you are safe. Once you do something, you are identified, you are committed, and that there are consequences to actions. So you are scared of those actions and those consequences. Is that the case? I don't know. So I really do not know why people make a big deal out of this whole stuff about executing and implementing things. Personally, I find it pretty simple, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Why people have this issue of, is it some sort of a mental thing? Is it some sort of a mental block? Is it some sort of an emotional thing? I'm confused. I don't understand why it is made out to be such a big deal. And as far as I'm concerned, I have never had any difficulty in doing things that I wanted to do, or implementing or executing things. So maybe people lose interest after they take this big thing, they accomplish this big task of decision making. So they get tired of it. They get bored with the nitty gritty of implementing, or maybe they've experienced some difficulty and that's when they give up. They get tired, they get bored. Maybe it's not cool to get into the nitty gritty. It sounds you have to repeat things, you have to stick to it. It sounds like you are harping on something. So it's not very cool. It sounds very boring. It's not glamorous. It's very simple, and simple is boring. And you don't want to repeat things and all that. So it doesn't sound very sophisticated, perhaps, to remind people and to prod people and to follow up and all that. Is it uncool? Is that the matter? I don't know. It's not nice somehow to get things done and get people to do things. So I am simply, again, as I said, you have to be like a bloodhound, a heat-seeking missile, a guided heat-seeking missile, and you just don't give up till it is done. Because there is no point in not doing it, because doing it is the only thing that gives any value to the exercise. And you have to have that mindset that you are not happy till it is done. You are unhappy till all the boxes are checked. You got 10 things on your to-do list and you got 9 things, but still that one missing thing makes you unhappy. It gives you a sense of uneasiness. You are not at peace till all the items are checked off, till you have accomplished the whole task, until it is over and done with. And that sort of a mentality is necessary. That sort of stupid, idiotic follow-up, which is not very glamorous, reminding people and following up and doing that uncool task. I don't know what it is. But whatever it is not rocket science, intellectually speaking. And you just have to do it. So just do it, Nike, that's all. Don't make a big deal out of it. Don't complicate it unnecessarily. And many times I have seen that intellectually people know things. When as a consultant, I talk to people, I give recommendations, I give advice. It's not that it is something that they don't know. They are aware of it. But when it comes to actually doing those things which they accept, which they understand, things that they already know, or they understand, or they accept, but when it comes to actually doing those things, something holds them back. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. I don't know. So personally, since I am in a different kind of a guy, I don't have any difficulty with executing and implementing things. I do not understand people who have difficulty in executing and implementing things. Maybe they are too smart. Maybe I am too dumb. And you need some sort of dumbness to do things. To work like a bloodhound, you can't be too intelligent and too smart. Intelligent people don't maybe behave like a stupid guided missile kind of a thing, one track mind kind of a thing. Maybe they are too intelligent, too smart for their own good, and maybe that is the problem with them and with me. But then that problem creates problems for them. So that's what I have to say on this subject. Just do it, Nike. Thank you.